Hey guys, and welcome back to ESL TV for the RaidCall EMS 1 CSGO Group A. We are going to be finding tonight two teams that will get through to the finals, the LAN finals here in Cologne, which will be played at the end of June. As I said earlier, the tickets are now available and there's 50% off them today, so now would be a good time to check them out over at csgo.raidcall-ems1.com. We're going to be moving into our second game here in just a second, and that will be ESC versus NaVi. Now that Workshop has stopped trolling us, we can actually get things underway. Makes me a happy man.
Apparently Taz is saying, Joe, please, because they want to get this game underway. They've been waiting for us, I guess, but we're going to see if ESC can win yet again. They did 16-1 Sprint Fox, as we saw earlier, and then, fortunately for NaVi, they didn't do too well against the Copenhagen Wolves, but they pretty much have to win this to stay alive, don't they, in terms of the top two and going to the finals?
Yeah, I mean, if ESC win this, then they're through. They've got then 6 points. NaVi will have 0. Sprint Fox will have then a maximum of 6 as well, although I don't see them beating both NaVi and Copenhagen Wolves in the next 2 games. So we'll have to see about that one. For ESC, though, they're pretty much guaranteed that. And I'd imagine that Copenhagen Wolves will beat Sprint Fox. That game will be going on at the same time. So try to keep you somehow updated with that one as we go through things. But that's obviously an important one for Sprint Fox as well. They need to win that. And that'd make it actually super interesting if Sprint Fox beat Copenhagen Wolves and NaVi beat ESC here. That would be the...
Is it like a 4-way tie?
That would be all 4 teams with 3 points, and then it'll all come down to the final round of games, which if they ended in a draw, would be even more interesting. So we'd be going down to round difference and all kinds of weird stuff.
We're here till 5 in the morning casting.
No, I don't think they play again since it goes to round difference. And
that's true.
The fact that Sprint Fox lost 16-1 to ESC probably means that there won't be any ties when it actually comes down to the round difference in the end anyway. Unless it's a 3-way tie at the top and the round difference between Sprint Fox and the other teams doesn't matter anyway. Then it could get really interesting. So we'll have to see how that one goes. But we are going to be playing on Train here for our second game of the day. So I'm not sure which way to call this one. The fact that ESC have started off well today, have gone 16-1 in their first game. NaVi losing 16-6 against the Copenhagen Wolves. This one will be a close one. It all depends on the start, I feel, for this.
Well, yeah, we saw NaVi earlier. They started on a little bit of a low, but they kind of got back into it as the game went on. Yeah. Obviously, on the Terra side, it kind of went back down again. But maybe they've warmed up after that game and can really take it to ESC. But 16-1 in Sprint Fox, who we've seen to me have a lot of ups and downs. They beat NIP in the past, back in the spring season, if I'm not mistaken. But to 16-1 them, that's no easy feat in any way. And they might just kind of do the same thing to NaVi here if they're lucky. Well,
we'll have to find out. We can jump into game because we are going to be going live here in the knife round between NaVi and ESC. And, of course, both teams vying to get that CT side, although not quite as CT biased as it used to be, of course, with the changes that have come in to this version of Train.
Hey, Joe. Cast us like an American. Paul already did it. I want to hear your version on it.
Like an American?
Yeah, like an American.
No. I could do it really trolling and just say, like, America after every knife. There's not enough guns for it to be America.
That's true.
It's a knife round. And, well, it's very interesting as well. It's the most entertaining knife round I think we've ever seen.
England. America. England. So the blue one is England, and the red one's America.
Well, it looks like we're going to win again then.
Didn't win the war.
Like always.
Ooh.
Which war was that then? The one where the French guys helped you? Just saying.
So there's a knife round, and America wins! Yeah!
Yeah, like
America.
Never. So yeah, 1-0 in the knife round. Great stuff. I hate knife rounds, honestly. Let's bring back the coin toss. I'm going to start an e-petition somewhere to bring back the coin toss. We could have like a close-up camera on it and everything. It could be amazingly well produced.
Yeah, we could do it here. And like slow motion, like so record it and then it'll be played back in slow motion. Really intense, really epic kind of flip.
Exactly. And something that we'd have never seen before. An amazingly produced coin toss. But we have to settle for the knife round, I guess. And of course, that was won by ESC, even though he was a 1v3 at the end. And HG, Stark's like, HG, what? What are you even talking about? Have fun or good game or have game?
Have good?
Have game. Have good. Have good. Gonna have good in this one. But of course, it is a bit of a classic, this one. ESC versus NaVi. These exact lineups faced off in the grand finals of the Intel Extreme Masters World Championships Season 6. Was it 6? Yeah, it was 6. Wow. It's been a long time already. That was the last ever major event for Counter-Strike 1.6, and of course, won by ESC that time around. But it's a different kettle of fish here, a different game. I'm just reminiscing on, you know, the old good days and stuff like that. But right now, everyone seems to be lagging. But it doesn't matter, because Neo's got his grenade off, and he's got a kill. 3 men left here for NaVi. And ESC doing a fantastic job there. Is Starix up close and personal with Lord at the end of the 6th trade, and that bomb plant is going to come in now. So job done on that front, and Senyu and Starix chiming in with another couple, and it's now a 3-on-2 in favor of NaVi, and ESC will be wondering what the hell just happened to their pistol round. It leaves just Taz here. Let's see what he can do. He gets shut down by Senyu, who got 2 kills that round, along with a 3 for Starix. Very good pistol round from NaVi.
You know what happened for NaVi right there? America. That's what happened because of the red team taking the first win of the half. As Joe looks over at Pansy, asking for some, come on, help me. Kick him out.
Help me.
Let's trade. But anyways, yeah, we are going to be in a Joe round here. NaVi going to be, with that first round victory, buying up a little bit. And we'll see if ESC can pull this back. Obviously, eco rounds can very well be done. But it looks like NaVi, we do see Neo actually pick up the first kill on Zeus, and Senya responds with a kill on him as well. Starix picks up one, and Taz gets one. So the guns are back towards the back of the site right now. They're not really able to be picked up, as Pasha unfortunately wasn't able to get that kill, and it's all in the hands of Cuban here. And 1v3, they have decently low health, and he doesn't really have the position to get into any of these guns. And it's going to be very tough for him, and NaVi, they're playing very, very safe here, Joe.
Yeah, well, they're against ESC. And to be honest, they're a team that you need to play safe against. And also a team that have 3 points right now to the 0 of NaVi. As Kuban comes out and he's like, oh, wow, there's 3 of them there. I'm dead. Did a little bit of damage onto Edward as well, but pretty simple round for NaVi in the end. ESC, of course, going to be buying up what they can. ESC, a couple of P250s coming out, but that'll probably be pretty much all for ESC. This should be a 3-0. Said that before, though.
Yeah, commentator's curse right there.
Not quite been that way, so let's see how this one all works out. Both pushes so far from NaVi have come on towards the outer side, but Zeus and Edward actually pushing towards inner here. They were just checking that no one was going to come around the back, and in the end, no one does come around the back, and they're probably going to go towards the outer bomb site. There was a grenade in on towards Taz, and Marek, who of course is Markelov, if you didn't already realize that one. Should get penalty points for not using his real nickname. But then again, also blame the admins for that one. And a very slow round from NaVi. Not wanting to walk into any traps since they've not really seen anyone so far from ESC, but they are going to be going down ladder. There is Tazu, was actually looking the other way for a second there. Managed to pick off Zeus. Will that be enough to get the ball rolling, though, here for ESC? NaVi already working their way on towards that outer bomb site. As Zeus says, nice shot. Edward will take down Lord. Kuban is dropped by Markelov as well. And this is just a case of one after the other. Pasha finds himself last man alive again. And he's dead again. This time from Markelov. 3-0 for NaVi. Now we're finally going to see what ESC can do with the weapons.
Well, they actually have the money. No. It doesn't look like they have the money for an AWP, unfortunately, for them, but they do have 5 M4s. And taking a look, the scoreboard real quick, you see Edwards 6-0 off the bat. I mean, yeah, 2 eco rounds, pistol round. Not really surprising to not be killed just yet, but that's always a good sign for him. Not to mention he's sitting on 9,300 money right now to buy up. If they do, unfortunately, lose this round, you're seeing Markelov with an AWP peeking. And unfortunately, not getting a kill here as Taz actually got some damage onto him, but 24 is not really enough against an AWP. Well, you could never really do enough damage in AWP unless they're dead. And that's the only kind of AWP you want to see. But still, NaVi playing very safe here. And you mentioned, Joe, this is still counter-terrorist sided, but just not as much as it was previously?
No, definitely not as much as it was previously. Obviously, the whole rebuild of Train, which I'm still not sold on. If I'm honest about that, I still prefer the way it used to be.
Do you prefer it goes back to like 1.6 Train, or like just you don't like the map in general, just the way it's been done?
No, I just prefer the old version.
Okay.
Even though it was more side bias, which naturally shouldn't make for the best games, but I always find that somehow side bias maps make for the more interesting ones, because there's a lot more comebacks and swings when you get one side that's a lot stronger than the other. But either way, it is what it is, and we are going to see the push coming out here on towards the outer side. As I have no idea why it's so laggy here. That, of course, is GoTV, guys, rather than the stream at this point. As ESC racking up the kills here. Edward going to go down to Kuban in the end, and, well, they kind of fell over there, NaVi. Really left things till the last minute, as we've been seeing them do. But that time, they left it just a little bit too late, and that will leave us with a 3-1. First round on the board for ESC.
That was just phenomenal. I mean, you saw ESC lose 2 members right away, and then NaVi just dropped member by member. That was very well played, and maybe that's why ESC did 16-1 Sprint Fox earlier on today. But NaVi obviously be able to buy up again. As we're not getting any damage onto Edward off of that, but I believe he did spot him either way. And like you said before last round, that NaVi, they're kind of going down to the wire in terms of time when they actually go in for the site. And it looks like they're doing that yet again, and I'm not sure if that is really the game plan. You would think it would be kind of hard to rush outer quickly at that kind of time when you'd be able to know if anyone pushed into upper in the inside site.
Thing is, ESC is such a disciplined team anyway that if they rush straight away or if they rush with 10 seconds on the clock, they'd probably be in the same positions. So, they're making them guess. They're making ESC maybe think about where they're going to go from, but they're also hindering themselves. You see there, a good couple of counter flashes, and they lose 10 seconds. That's just how it goes. We are going to see them finally come out then on towards this outer side. Lord is going to walk straight into one of them here. He'll pick up this first kill. Taz got one in there as well. Edward get a kill back as a bomb is planted here by Starix, but he's not going to last too long. And there is the kill. Lord will get that one. And the defuse comes around. And again, not enough time to spare.
It feels like we just waited about 1 minute and 20 seconds for 3 seconds of action.
Well, that's exactly what we did. That's what happened.
What it felt like right there. Because everyone died at the same time, and Taz was the only one to survive that one. But still.
And Lord, he had 1 HP.
Oh, wow. Sorry, I didn't see that. Wow. That was pretty crazy. So after 5 rounds, ESC able to pick up the 2 gun rounds for themselves. And NaVi, I mean, they looked kind of promising earlier on, but like you were just saying, taking so long and them losing these 2 rounds in a row and going to be having to save if they do lose this one.
You're going to go faster this time.
I hope so. It looks like they're going to go
That wasn't a statement. That was more of an urge, a will to push them on to go a bit faster. And they are going to do it this time. Although, as I said, they're a disciplined team, ESC, and Taz apparently can see straight through that smoke. Edward just been destroyed. Here is the auto sniper of Neo, and he's going to fill his boots here. Gets himself one. Grenade pings in, and it's already down to a 5-on-2. And as soon as NaVi try and get in here, they're going to find themselves in all kinds of trouble. Well, Starix did manage to get one there. And they didn't really lose much health from that, which is a bit of a weird scenario. But we are seeing them go now towards outside. ESC going to react to this one quickly. There is Pasha, who will get himself 2 to finish off the round. Starix and Markelov going down, and we're all tied up at 3-3.
How many times in competitive play do you say, and we see so-and-so with the auto sniper?
Actually, in CSGO, not that uncommon, to be fair.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's a ridiculously strong weapon. I mean, I actually got the pleasure of casting the first ever Counter-Strike Go game, which was Europe versus the US at Intel Extreme Masters New York. And they pretty much only played with auto snipers. So, yeah.
A little strong.
They only played with auto snipers the entire game. It was absolutely brilliant to commentate. And at that point, I was like, uh-oh. This is not going to be a good game.
Nerf, please.
But luckily for us, Valve, fixed some stuff, and it's all good. But it is still a ridiculously strong weapon. Obviously, its downside costs an absolute shit ton. Right now, NaVi looking like they're going to go on towards this outer bomb site. Plenty of flashes out there. And of course, this is an eco round, which means they're not going to last very long in this one either. There is the auto sniper, and I say it's brilliant. You've just got to, aim properly with it.
That's what you have to do with most guns, though.
Yeah. Well, it definitely works a lot better if your crosshairs in the right position. Let's put it that way. Neo is just going to get that defuse off, and that will be 4-3. ESC finally getting the lead.
Lord seems a little angry. He didn't like the way that Glass was looking at him.
Frustrated.
But they're winning.
He survived the last 3 rounds. Last 4 rounds. Or 3 rounds. I don't know. It came up at the top there. Another useful fact provided by the game. Like 484 jumps were made this round. Great.
I wonder how many miles were ran during the entirety of the game. That'd be a cool stat.
Why?
I don't know.
It'd be a pointless stat.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you're listening, Valve, don't do that. we don't need to know that.
Well, either way.
Any more than we need to know how many jumps were made during a round.
How many blinks?
Now you're just being silly, Jason.
I could have gone really... Anyway, so we do have NaVi back on the bye round here. But they've lost the last 4 rounds in a row, and momentum we've always talked about as being a big portion to teams and how well they can play. Other teams, not as much. But we saw NaVi, they couldn't get the momentum in the last game versus Copenhagen Wolves. And they haven't really been able to do it this game so far. But we'll see if they're able to pull something off. Here's Edward sitting towards upper right now, wants to make a play on inner. But he's going to be against that auto sniper on Neo, and not to mention the AK on Cuban. It's going to be very tough for them to go for this, but it looks like with 3 members, they're going to try to go for a push here. And Merrick actually does get some good damage on a Neo, so it's going to force him back, but it's just, it doesn't really matter too much against an auto sniper. And it looks like push will come on to inner as the camera's going to switch us over there. And we have a 3-man push onto lower here. A nice nade comes out of Neo. He's going to back away and concede the site as Merrick, through the smoke, almost nails him perfectly. Bomb will get planted. But still a 5-on-5. No kills coming in just yet. And now it looks like they might be able to hold on to the site here. They do get the first kill on the Taz. And Merrick picks up a kill on the Pasha. So now a 4-on-3 situation. And Zeus, he's coming up big for his team right here. Picks up 2 kills so far. And try and go for 3rd. And wow, Neo and Lord just close in on them. Now it's a 2-on-2. They still need to get the bomb defused. They have 2 kits in hand. But Stark is going to pick up the skill. He does get it. So now it's going to be a 2-on-1 situation. And it looks like NaVi going to be able to take a round after the last 4 in a row they lost. And that's, I have to say, a much-needed round. Because if they lost that one, it would have to be another eco, right?
Yeah, but it was a really scrappy one again. Yeah. Like, the entry was definitely not clean. I mean, they got in there. They got the bomb down. But the retake started off looking really good for NaVi. Then they lost a couple of men. Bit of doubt creeping in, maybe. But after that, obviously able to lock things down. Markelov, again, playing a big part in that one. Managed to get Neo fairly low from that one. So let's have a look then what they're going to do this round.
Guess what Neo has again? Because he can.
Well, he saved it from the last round, so.
Oh, okay, sorry. Wow.
Which would make sense as to why he has it this time.
Probably, I expect you to say, Jason, you should probably be paying attention.
Pay attention, Jason. Oh my god. Zeus takes down Taz as he drops down through the ladder room. And a nice little start. Why is the push gonna come? There's a peek down towards the end of Whitehall's. Kuban and Zeus exchanging a bit of damage. Nothing too critical at this point. And NaVi again, gonna be running the clock. Down to 1 minute remaining here already. ESC starting to switch position somewhat as a smoke goes down just underneath Lord. And the flash is gonna get thrown over the top here as well. Let's see what they can do with this one, NaVi. And well, there's a smoke there that's gonna stop Markelov having any impact on this entry. And there we go. There's Senya going down. Markelov, will he peek around the corner? They're going to try and flash. In fact, they're going to nade over on towards Markelov's position. Lord will go down. And here is the auto sniper of Neo. That's got to be the big thing for them in this game. There is Kuban going to spray. Actually runs out of bullets mid-spray. Pasha is actually in there as well. He has managed himself 1-2 kills. And now it's all down to Zeus, who will also be finished off. And that will be a 2-man left for ESC. That was a bit of a weird round, honestly. Yeah. I almost lost myself in that one. It was like, well, what's actually happening here? It was crazy.
It's been, I think, a weird game so far, with just how the rounds have been going.
Yeah.
And then you saw NaVi right there. They won the last round, then lost the next again. You saw that happen against the Wolves, and they got to do something about that here. And Joe, I hate to keep asking you questions, but you have so much more expertise and knowledge about the game than I do. But
just ask her for a number, Jason.
What? What's the site to hit?
Are we still on the same topic?
Yeah, I mean, do you go for the badge or?
Oh, God.
Should have put the filter on for that one.
6-4 to ESC. 10 rounds down. Here on Awkward TV. We have 5 more to go. Let's have a look down the scoreboard because I've been forgetting to do that one here. It has 10 for 7 right now. Neo 9 for 5. Lord 9 for 5. Pasha 6 for 5. And sorry, Kuban 6 for 5 and Pasha 4 for 6 on the other side. Markelov and Sanya not really having the biggest impact on the game up until now. Of course, this is a round where NaVi have got monies back, although their lineup does include a couple of Galils again, and they're going to play it slowly again. What a surprise.
I'll just keep my mic off for a while, by the way.
Oh, Jason's turned his microphone off. Probably not a bad thing. It's probably not a bad thing. Having a timeout here. Players aren't allowed to say come, but as casters, you know, we got a mute button. That's the same kind of thing. I see flashes coming down towards the end of the alleyway, but no move made from NaVi. 50 seconds still to go in this round. Are they actually going to come in for this one? Right now, doesn't really look that way. There we go. Finally, this starts working. Starik's already taken out by Taz. They bring one back. There's Pasha. We have a 3-on-3 very quickly. All 6 men that are alive have full health as well. And there is Pasha doing decent damage, but in the end, gets his head lopped off there by Markelov. Kuban misses a shot that should have probably hit. There's a man up above him as well. Edward surely will die from this one. Not before taking Kuban really, really low, though. And as Zeus comes in from the side, this is surely in an Na'Vi round. Yep, Markelov finishes off, and it is 6-5. Oh, you're back, Jason.
I didn't put myself back. Someone else did.
Tim unmuted him.
Yep. So, Joe, very close game so far.
Yeah, it's 6-5.
It's not necessarily what I would have expected coming into this game with ESC doing so well previously on, and then NaVi unfortunately having a bad game, but not bad so far.
It's not like NaVi aren't a good team.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Don't get me wrong.
That's the thing about this one. Yeah, 16-6 loss to Copenhagen Wolves with team move. Honestly, have done really, really well here so far in the summer season, and actually chose themselves, if I'm not mistaken, to come into Group A. We did the group drawing last week, but it's kind of a weird thing where you can the top 4 seeds, of course, can choose which group they want to go in. And I think Copenhagen Wolves chose this group.
This is before they know who else is in it?
No, they know who's in it.
They know who's in it.
Yeah. But then they can choose to swap places with a team. They get drawn initially into a group, and then they can switch groups, starting with the 4th highest seed up until seed 1. So
interesting.
The top 4 teams chose who they wanted to face. Right now, it looks like NaVi are going to be hitting this inner bomb site. And he's going to ping down. Kuban shot through the smoke by Markelov. Smoke? What smoke? Pasha downed as well, and bomb's going to get planted here by NaVi. Taz and Lord, last 2 men alive, but honestly, they're not going to be able to come back from this round. It's 2 versus 5. Lord actually doing some decent damage. Taz will finish off Zeus there, but look at this. Starik's coming in from around the side, gets himself 1. Taz just trying to adjust to that possible positioning, and he's got 28 health. He's up against 3 men, and the bomb is ticking away ever so quickly. Really get finished off here. Starix is going to peek him from the side, and there is the finisher. 6-all, we're tied again.
Not bad. NaVi able to get kind of some momentum here, as we're talking about before, how they win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1. But now all tied up here. I'm impressed. Maybe that first game against the Wolves was just a little bit of a fluke, and they were just warming up a little bit. I mean, obviously, as we know, gamers wake up like 3 p.m. and then they have to play their games. I don't know. That's what I used to do. But anyways, we do have ESC, AWP on a Pasha. Oh, they're going to run right into this nade. A fantastic nade out of Neo. Picks up 2 kills. And he actually doesn't get a 3rd as Kuban picks up that one himself. But they've just shut down that fast rush into inner. And you're talking about ESC's discipline. And if you look at them from the beginning, if you rush them, or the end, they're pretty much going to be in the same spot every time. And they've done a fantastic job of shutting this down. Grenade coming out of Zeus, picks up Kuban right there. They must be running like 16-bit or something like that, because they can just fantastic shots to the smoke every time. Well, back to the 1.6 days.
Showing those smokes there. Those grenades when they're on the ground. If they're there, why not pick them up and throw them? Who knows what you're going to hit. And there is another one there for Zeus. And I'm pretty sure at the end of the round, the game's going to tell us that Zeus threw 400 grenades that round. That's the brilliant stat that it's going to come up with
today.
Tell
us how far he's thrown them.
See, this round's not even over as well. I mean, we've just seen Taz being clipped down to 23 by Zeus, but they've got 35 seconds. They have to get something working here. As Pasha will watch the exit of the ladder room and takes Zeus straight out of it. Taz did add to the grenade of Zeus, ironically enough, after he's thrown so many, and it's now all on Edward. Let's see what he can do. 18 seconds, runs out with the bomb, says, hello, here I am, and he dies. Zeus killed an enemy with a grenade after dying. Great. See, they could put really useful stuff in there that, you know, entertain us with. Oh, that's a great stat.
Like what? What about accuracy or something? Or
yeah, they sometimes do accuracy, but sometimes they're just like, yeah, we know, we saw that. Good stuff. Neo only jumped once during that round, and he was in a bit with a low ceiling, so he didn't get the maximum height. And other rubbish stats.
At least they're stats, anyways, to look back on.
Yeah,
there's a point where they're just not good enough to look back on.
There's stats, and then there's you know, other stuff which just doesn't make much sense to read. But anyway, it's 7-6, of course, to ESC now. Back in the lead on that CT side, as you would expect from a CT-sided map. It's a mass in their lineup, but on the other side, a couple of Galils in there as well, as Edward peeks through the smoke, and peeking as in just shot through the smoke and gets a headshot. Like, I don't know. I don't understand how that
16
works.
16-bit.
Well, whatever it is, I don't understand it.
He ate his Wheaties today.
See, we're in Europe. We don't have Wheaties.
You guys don't have any good cereal here.
No. I don't know.
You guys have like Cookie Crisp, but it's not even close.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Needs more sugar.
We can talk about this when we get to an eco round.
Okay,
this is a subject which I can talk about.
But it's a 4-on-4 situation. We do have a push coming on in or out of Navi here. They've been successful in the past, but will they be able to get him this time? Neo, it's not taken as low as he was previously, as you're seeing Edward on towards upper. And wow, just 3 kills coming in for ESC, and Edward, last man standing, doesn't survive. And ESC just shutting down that site, saying, no, you will not pass. You will not get that bomb down here anymore.
Well, if you thought that headshot through the smoke from Edward was dodgy, his ending to the round kind of proves that there's nothing dodgy going on there with him whatsoever. Sadly enough for them. And that leaves us at 8-6. And this one, what have they got here? Galil. Not really all that much to talk about here for NaVi. And a couple of P250s in as well. And of course, it is the last round, so buy whatever they can is the name of the game from this one. Let's see what they can pull off with that. Taz going to be waiting inside of ladder room, as he has done, I think, every single round up until now. So nothing new on that front, positioning-wise. Pasha just having a look, see if anyone would maybe have the boost peek around the corner. That didn't happen for them. And the smoke start to fill this outer bomb site, but there's a distinct lack of Ukrainians in there right now. They've not pushed through with all the smokes, which means they've now got no smokes. They're not going to have any flashes left, and now they realize, okay, we need to go now. And Lord is going to peek out here. Doesn't quite get the first one. Will take the second, but he's down to just 9 HP after that. Here come the grenades rolling in. There's a Molotov being thrown down by ESC as well. This is surely their round to have. And Senya does spot Lord there up on the top. That's an easy kill, and it's now a 3-on-2. Oh, Senya actually doing a decent job there. It's now all on Edward, though, and he's got no health left. Taz will headshot him for the win, and that is 9-6 at the half for ESC. So look down the scoreboard, 16 for 10. Taz, the top scorer this time around, and no messing around here. They're ready to go straight into this second half.
So I like to hear. Keeping things on time, and I mean, why not? Both teams, I mean, I have to assume feel decently good after that half, where, you know, Navi, they didn't have the great start, but still they're able to get a couple of rounds in there, and ESC, of course, taking 9 right there, and we'll be on the terrace side here, and we're going to see if they can continue. Obviously, there are no, as you're saying before, there are no overtimes. There are only draws right now.
Yeah.
So they need 7 more rounds to win. I had to count that in my head just to make sure. just kept making sure. I think it makes me look less stupid if I count it out and take a second or say the wrong number. Anyways, we do have a push on the outer right now. It's like Starks are getting the first 2 kills. That was fantastic out of him. And will he be able to get any more? Yes, he does. He gets a third, and might even be trying to go for a fourth here. But NaVi just, wow. Where was this NaVi last half? That was just phenomenal. Obviously, it was a pistol round, so they did win the first one last time, but great start to the half for them.
Yeah, really strong start to the half, and that's what they need. I mean, ESC 9-6, not the best score that you're ever going to be wishing for from the CT side, but decent nonetheless. But that's, of course, going to get completely nullified now by NaVi. As we see Pasha here inside the spawn, just knifing away at the wall.
It's an eco round, Joe.
Frustrated today.
So Serial.
Cereal.
I really want to get into this because I'm so disappointed.
You talk about, we don't have good cereal here, so America. Cereal.
Dude, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, exactly. Cinnamon Toast Pork Scratching Crunch for breakfast.
Even the Fruit Loops between America and here are just completely different.
Yeah, because they're not full of crap.
But that's what I like to eat for breakfast.
Yeah, America.
I mean, I do like some like porridge every once in a while. Not bad.
With what inside it?
Some brown sugar, a little bit. You just bring a little some brown sugar in it. Actually, some cream of wheat as well. That's good.
Yeah.
That cream is pretty good. Maybe some berries, you know, cut up some bananas in your Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Anyways, we do have Taz coming around, gets the first kill in this Jason round here. Starks gets a kill on a Cuban. Looks like ESC is not going to be able to pick up any more off of this, but still, they do have a gun in hand. Neo, unless I say that, lost it anyways. Looks like NaVi a little bit of luck to swim down. And ESC not making NaVi's pay as much as they wanted to, only getting one kill. So in the end, the eco round didn't work out too well, but still, one kill is better than none.
Yeah, one kill better than none, but not as good as two.
Or three.
Statistically. So let's see if NaVi can level us up here then. ESC not buying in round number 3. They've had no bomb plant. And to be honest, not that many kills either between the 2 rounds. So this one is going to be a full eco for them once again. And right now they're working themselves slowly but surely over towards that inner bomb site. As Markelov waits with a grenade. And these are the kind of rounds where if a grenade is put in the right place in this area, you can actually pretty much just take all the health
like this
away.
one?
That one's going to be pretty decent, I'd imagine. Yeah, Zeus actually getting himself a kill with a grenade. And, well, they switch around. This is an easy round, of course, for NaVi. But, importantly, we are going to be tied up at 9 rounds to 9 now. And this is the first gun round for ESC. Really interested to see what they bring to the table on the terrorist side.
Yeah, you mentioned they're very disciplined on the CT side, but how does that work out for them on the terrorist side? Like, do they not really let time affect them too much? They know what they want to do, or do they adapt constantly to how the CTs are playing it?
Well, it's a case of both, right? That's, I think, the real point to becoming a good terrorist here is have your plan and try to execute it. And also be flexible enough to say, okay, that's not going to work for us now because of the situation we're in. We have to change things around. And this could be one of those situations. Starik's actually getting one. Kuban did take him out, but dropped shortly after that one. There was Pasha. Bomb is going to get planted here by ESC. And NaVi spraying a bit wildly here with Zeus. Off into the smoke. He's only got 13 HP. What Markelov chimes in with 2. Can they find the last one here onto Pasha? Yes, of course they can. And the defuse is going to come around. All 3 of them have got kits. And NaVi pick up round number 4 here on the CT side. And that's the danger of Markelov. He's been pretty quiet all night so far, honestly. But you see there what damage he can do.
Yeah, fantastic play out of him. And I'm curious, how is the Sprint Fox Copenhagen Wolves game going? Because if NaVi does win this one, then obviously we'll have 2 teams tied at 3, and potentially 3 or maybe even 4, depending if Sprint Fox does take that victory. But I guess we'll find out as this game does end, or maybe Pansy or Tim will let us know. Either way, it looks like ESC do have 3, 4, maybe even 5 AKs right now, and haven't really been able to. And yeah, they got the bomb down. They haven't really been able to lock down a site like they've been wanting to so far. But then again, 1 gun round in, not really expecting too much right off the bat. Looks like Markelov, that AWP, so it was really deadly last round. I was quite impressed with his play right there. And Senya going to be spotting Lord here, and he will get the kill. So actually a fantastic shot out of him. And that will give them that slight advantage now going into the rest of this round. With 1 minute left. Pasha gave his position away. Fortunately, didn't hit that shot on the Senya. It looks like they actually might push up alley here. And they're doing just like NaVi kind of did in the previous half. They're really biding their time. They're just waiting for their moment to hit, but hopefully they won't kind of rush into sight with 15 seconds left like NaVi was doing.
So Copenhagen Wolves won their game 16-5 against Sprint Fox, which means Wolves are definitely through. It all gets interesting now. Obviously, NaVi have to win this one. Otherwise, they're going to be fighting for who's first in that final game of the day. Right now, we have a 3-on-3 in this round. There's a shot from Markelov again. There is Neo open on the top of the train. And right now, Pasha's going to have to come up massive here as he comes around, gets himself one. Has he got the bullets to number 2? Yes, he does. He's 1v1, Starix versus Pasha.
But 3 seconds left on the clock. I don't think he's able to get the bomb down.
Well, he is. I think he can get the bomb in there. Oh, and Starix comes in just from the side. And Senya actually did get the most kills in that round as well there. So really stepping things up early. Strong play down the alleyway. He's currently 12 for 13 on the scoreboard, which is better than 2 out of the 5 men over by ESC. And it's now 11-9. NaVi just 5 rounds away from victory, and they need the win here because the fact that Copenhagen have won, if they lose this one, it's game over for them.
Yeah, very true. And it's a lot of pressure, to be honest, too.
Yep.
You've been playing for 4 cups now, trying to get in here, trying to lock down your place in the finals, in the offline finals. And it pretty much, like I said, comes down to this one. If they lose this one, then all they can really earn is that spot into the next season. But you see, they're trying to fight for themselves as well. And obviously, if they win this one, they will be through. So it's a very crucial game for them, but they haven't been doing too well on the terrace side just yet, as they are 0 for 5 so far.
Yeah, NaVi really showing the CT dominance that you can somewhat expect here coming out of train. This, of course, is an eco round, though, for ESC. Kuban has managed to get himself 1 and 2 kills there, taking down Edward as well. 2-on-3. Let's see if he can actually get himself a weapon. Yeah, he's picked up the M4. Goes in there aggressive. He's going to have Zeus coming around the side here. He will protect Markelov, it was there nicely. And then spray down Taz. Spotted his legs underneath the 6 train. And that will be 12-9. 4 rounds now for NaVi for the win.
Not a bad Jason round there. Got a couple of kills. Of course, you didn't get the bomb down, but I really want to see ESC come back. I really want to see this go towards 30 rounds because they both played pretty damn well. And I want to just see who's going to be the better team in the end.
Well, the interesting thing is if we look towards the future here and what we could have coming our way. Oh, it's a shot missed by Markelov there. The fact is that Copenhagen Wolves now 2 wins out of 2. Sprint Fox, 2 losses from 2 games, which means that if ESC win this, they'll fight Copenhagen Wolves in the next game for a place, for who goes in first and who comes in second towards the LAN finals. But if NaVi win this one, NaVi are going to then play Sprint Fox, and ESC have to play Copenhagen Wolves. So that could even still mean that ESC get knocked out if they end up losing this one and the one afterwards. But we'll have to see. That's all ifs and buts at this stage. One thing's for sure, though, NaVi are looking hot here on the CT side. As Lord is going to get taken down. Senya just calling his bluff position in there. And spots feet underneath the train.
A little bit of leg.
Takes a while to kill someone by shooting them in the toenails, but works out in the end. It was Markelov that came up with 2 at the end, along with the 3 from Senya, and that will be 13-9. And that is a almost ridiculous 7 rounds in a row right now. Not a single round on the board for ESC on the T side.
Yeah, and momentum that NaVi must be feeling right now is just, it's got to be a nice little high for them because they did, it sounds bad to say, but, kind of poorly against the Wolves, but to come back from being behind against ESC, and see if they're going to be able to hold on to this. As obviously Markelov does have that AWP in hand still. They do have a lot of money to spend, so it doesn't even matter if they lose the next couple of rounds, but Senya going to be going for the first kill on a Cuban. Does, in fact, get it. But bomb, actually, yeah, I was about to say, I hear it going down right now, and it's a great job for ESC. If they can hold down to the site, it'd be even better. There's another kill traded. Taz picks up a nice kill to start. Gets a second right there on Edward. And now a 4-on-2 situation. Zeus. Actually, I'm surprised he was even there right now as he picks up the kill on a Neo, but so there's 3 members left. Picks up another. Now a 2-on-2. Markelov does have the AWP. Zeus gets another. And it's all onto Lord, who's sitting inside Z-Hall. At least that's what we call it in the US. And he doesn't see the guy defusing the bomb just yet. He's going to spray for it. Will he better get it? And no!
Oh, my God.
Zeus takes it.
Oh, my God. That was ridiculous there. He didn't know where the bomb itself... I'm not sure why you wouldn't walk straight in there. and just look. You're going to say, all right, I mean, there's the bomb. It's flashing away in the smoke. Yeah. That's where he's going to be. He's shooting up to the left of where he was. And that could just be it. That could be enough here to see NaVi through. I mean,
that's got to crush your hopes.
ESC have to win every single round now. To win this game, they have to win every single round. A draw would be good enough, funnily enough. That would put them on 4 points. Would leave NaVi with 1, Sprint Fox with 0, Copenhagen Wolves with 6 points. So it would still mean that they probably need a victory in their last game, come what may. But a win here would put them through to those LAN finals. Right now, a bit of a slower round from ESC. Actually, Markelov will reposition himself this time around on that inner bomb site, taking the top ramp to have a good look through to the back. Let's see if they actually end up pushing it.
Sorry, just like crouching, standing, crouching. It's funny.
Auto director loves to show us interesting moments like that. Kuban already down to 60 HP. ESC going to have a 2-man push here down on the end of the alleyway. No one there at this point. Senya has been playing that kind of floating role between the back of the 6 train and the back of the alleyway. He's going to get grenaded out. The smoke's actually put in there as well. And it will be Lord, along with Pasha's assist, to take him down. There is Neo shooting Starix in the back of the head. This is a round which ESC should be at least getting that bomb planted now, as Zeus will fall. It's Markelov and Edward to try and save the day. Neo is going to get picked off by Edward. Slow and patient is pretty much the best chance that Edward's going to have. It looks like Markelov is actually backing away completely. Wants to keep a hold of that AWP going through into the next round. And it wouldn't surprise me to see Edward actually go out towards that T-spawn. Taz ready and waiting for him there. Easy kill. And now Markelov inside of the white halls. And don't really see anyone getting too close to him there. Pasha's off towards CT spawn. Taz in the terrorist spawn. He's actually hunting there, but the position that Markelov has, that bomb is already ticking away. Going to explode here in just a second. He will keep this AWP down into the next round. So 14-10 ESC, and not out of this one just yet.
Honestly, that was probably the most needed round of the game for them, because if they did lose that one, just like you said before, they can still tie and it won't be bad for them, but they would have been out of money. They would have been screwed and they probably would have lost the next one. So you see with that little bit of a round victory, see if they can take that momentum and take it into a couple more. As NaVi 2 rounds away from locking down this game and taking themselves to 3 points after losing against the Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah, they really need those 3 points here as well. I mean, yeah, a draw's fine, but ESC still have to play the team which have done best on paper so far tonight. Of course, the Copenhagen Wolves, 16-6 and 16-5. Not going to be beaten by ESC in this round. Although they only lost, I suppose we can say, 1 round earlier on against Sprint Fox, so evens itself out a little bit. Senya here has a man right in front of him. Kuban gonna lose his head, but the rest of ESC starting to push into this one. Let's see if they can hold on to this bomb site. Zeus gonna get locked down, but Markelov already chimed in there with an AWP shot and kill onto Neo, but the bomb is now planted. That puts the pressure of time over with NaVi. They've managed to take down Taz. It's now 2 versus 4. Lord actually going through into the smoke here. Pasha looking like he wants to play that top ramp side. But that's where you become a bit of an easy target for Markelov's AWP. There is Lord. Finally, the smoke clears, and he gets himself 2 kills. Pasha going to take down Senya as well. An ESC pull off a round which honestly didn't look like it should have been theirs. And they go 14-11. This is not over. And it's an eco round for NaVi as well.
Huh. Well, that was a great start for NaVi too, because Senya, he got the easy kill, and then just unfortunately they lost it 4-5 or 4 against 5, and looks like ESC is gonna go for another push onto inner yet again. As Cuban's gonna flash onto outer, and NaVi. I mean, I'm curious, like, if you're gonna eco, what side is easier on for each map? And so we're gonna find out here if NaVi have a chance. As Starks gets a flash in his face, and another.
I think that was actually 3 there.
That was 3? Oh, God.
He was just like, well, I'm really blind.
ESC do take another round, so now we're 14-12. And they're not out just yet. Obviously, NaVi's been doing phenomenal throughout the entirety of this half as they won, I believe it was 8 rounds straight. But ESC able to fight back with the next 3. And let's see if they can do it again. Obviously, NaVi won't be saving this time. I'm really curious why it's so laggy.
It just randomly happens sometimes.
Okay.
Let's go TV, having fun with us.
Well, Starks does take a very huge chunk of damage with that grenade. His bomb does get down, but Neo pays the price for that as well. Taz gonna get picked off from heaven. As Lord's trying to push the alleyway, does get a kill here, so it's gonna be a 2-on-3 situation. Markelov sitting towards the bomb site, trying to go for a pick here, and he's getting surrounded by everyone. Zeus is coming from the back, gets a nice kill on Apache. Now it's a 2-on-2 situation. He picks up another on a Cuban, and it's all to Lord with that AK against Merrick with 8 HP and Zeus with 74. They do have a kit on to Markelov, but it looks like Zeus will be defusing it here, and Markelov, a fantastic shot, picks up the kill on the Lord, saves his teammate, and saves the round. That puts him up 15-12 right now. One more round away. No. Oh, the bomb went off.
Yeah, the bomb went off. He was not quite quick enough there. It was literally, I don't know, a 1/10 of a second away from that one, I think. Absolutely incredible stuff. 14-13. ESC still pushing on strong in this one. And Markelov, honestly, he did a fantastic job to get that, what was a mid-air kill onto Lord there, who'd made the jump over, trying to get the diffuser. And if that had not happened, it would have been round over anyway. Right now, we're missing all the kills because I forgot to put auto director back on. There we go. This one will be an eco for NaVi, so we should be sat at 14-14. Taz will take down Zeus. Will they bother planting? Or will they just finish off Sin? He's actually going to get shot down there. I think they heard him jump through the side of the train. And that will be 14-14, all tied up. And still, anything is possible. Win for either team and a draw.
It's a very close game right now. Wow. I mean, the way it started, I did not expect it to be like this. Fantastic. So, looks like both teams actually, well, obviously there's no reason to save right now. You want to get this round. Kind of need it. And Joe, who's your money on?
Well, the interesting thing this time around is that Zeus has gone for the auto sniper. Markelov with the AWP. Oh, misses the shot there out onto Kuban. So they know that AWP is there, which will not be any surprise to them. We've seen it all game long from Markelov here on the CT side. He's going to flash out so that Senya can just check that. Right now it looks as though ESC, though, hard to call. I wouldn't be too surprised to see a push through main and then out from the ladder room as well. But the position that they're holding here inside of Whitehall's means that they could go for that inner site as well. There's the flash down. Taz going to go in there. Allows himself to be blinded, knowing that whoever was down there would have probably turned away from it. And it would have been an easy kill. But it remains 14-14. 37 seconds of this round to go. The Poles have to make a move here. Starix is going to take down Kuban. Rest of the push is coming inside. There's the auto sniper down. It's Lord that picks up the kill. It's now 4-on-3. Bit of team damage there from Edward, but he'll make up for it with a kill on Lord. Well, the bomb is going to get planted here. Neo still alive. Pasha still got full HP as well as he takes the head off Starix. It's now all on Pasha. Can he hold out here for ESC? He's getting shots off, but he's also down to half health. They're going to sandwich him here from all sides, and surely he'll go down. It's Edward that finishes off, and the defuse is going to come in this time for Senya. Not too late this time around, and that will be 15-14. NaVi running it right down to the wire, but can they close out the game?
Sorry, I was like, are you turning my mic off? Joe wants the last round, but yeah, it looks like both teams fully buying out. Obviously, it will be the last round, so why not? Cuban does have the bomb, and the way it's been going, it looks like they're going to try to hit outer, as they are kind of setting up for it. The pace is pretty quick, and we still have that auto sniper on Zeus.
I thought they'd changed the map before we'd got there.
And it looks like Neo and Taz going to push onto inner here very shortly. And if they take this round, obviously, like we said before, it will be a tie. They will get 1 point, which will put them up to 4, and NaVi, it'll put them at 1. Ooh, Pasha, we saw people watching that spot where he just got that shot from. throughout the entire game so far. But that's why, I mean, losing that member, Senya, who's been so crucial to the team throughout the entire game. I mean, he's 20-20, which is not a bad score, to be honest. At least go even. And
such an important round this though for ESC. I mean, they needed a draw. I honestly think that if they lose this one, I'm not sure that they're going to beat the Copenhagen Wolves. But I think NaVi have got a really good chance to beat Sprint Fox. So this could be really the round which sends, you know, ESC to the LAN finals or make sure that they watch it from home. Right now, it is a 5-on-3, so looking pretty good for us as Autodirect's like, yeah, third-person mode, let's do it right now, why not? But it leaves Markelov, last man left alive, 1v5 with an AWP. It needs to have about 4 barrels right now and 3 scopes. Or not, Markelov will land the first one onto Lord. Can he get more? No, missed shot onto Kuban. Missed again. And he's missed another one. Not like Markelov at all, but that will be a 15-15 draw. Incredible, incredible stuff here between ESC and NaVi. I thought it was going to be a close game. I expected it to be a close one, and we weren't really let down whatsoever. It doesn't get any closer than a draw.
It didn't look like it was going to be that close as the game started, but wow, just fantastic shots from both teams. That was quite an exciting game. And you think back to that defuse, that was, what, a 1/10 of a second off. What would have happened if he got that one off? They might have went 16-14, then had that nice 3 points for him finally.
Yeah, really crazy stuff there.
Wow.
And, well, we should talk about that, where that leaves us actually now in the groups. I'm going to see if we've got, I'll actually talk to the admins on that while we're in break, see if we've got a, you know, a live groups thing going on somewhere. Maybe at csgo.raidcall-ems1.com. Maybe they've updated quick enough on that one. We'll have to find out, though. We're going to be picking our third and final game here in just a second. Of course, it's NaVi versus Sprint Fox and the Copenhagen Wolves versus ESC. Going to be hard one to call which one we want to see from this one, because both games are important here for the final round. Either way, we'll figure it all out and we'll be back in just a few moments.